I have an announcement about Update 17. We added something new since the update video. Update 17 will say goodbye to a staple of Vault Hunters for years. Buy dolls? No, not buy dolls. No, dolls will stay. But goodbye, burgers in loot. Let's take a moment to suck it in. Yeah, I know, people are going to be sad about this, but the fact of the matter is, and I do want to explain this is an important decision to the game. Let's say that you're new to the game, you're a baby Dylan, and you just started gaming. What are you going to do when you don't know anything about Vault Hunters? Well, you find burger parts. The quest is telling you to craft a burger, so you're going to craft burgers. And then what you're going to do is you're going to continue to craft burgers as you find them. You're going to continue to eat all of this every single time. You're going to be like, oh, I can make cheeseburgers. Now I can make deluxe cheeseburgers. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let me chunk these down. Because that's what the game is telling you to do. The problem is, if you do that, as you can see, an experienced Vault Hunters will not do that. It's simple. Why? It's simple. Because if you do, you out-level the game. The vaults become more difficult than you have gear to handle. Simple as. What will you do then? Well, then you lower the difficulty. Then you come to Eskal's stream and you'll be like, game is too hard for me, Eskal. And I'll be like, yeah, lower the difficulty. You're like, I've lowered it to piece of cake. I can't lower it more. The real issue here is that your level 11 gear is finding it difficult to handle level 40 vault. Whose fault is that? Is it the little Dylan? Is it the baby Dylan who ate the burger? No, it's my fault. It's my fault because I designed the game and the game is telling you to eat these burgers. We can't have that, guys. So burgers in loot are gone. Instead, burgers will remain. We won't delete your burgers in your old world and we will focus on balancing them correctly in the black market and in vendors so that you can purchase a burger. Right? Not just spicy burgers, but any burger. If you feel like you want some extra XP boost, you can purchase them. Now, some people will hate this decision because there is an issue with this. Let's say that you're gaming in a world and you've become level 26 and then your best friend in the whole wild world is like, I want to play now. And so they join and they're level 0. And you can't give them burgers. It's a bit of an issue. Let's say that it's even worse. Let's say that you and your best friend, you started playing Vault Hunters, but they went on holiday for a month. Yeah, I don't know where they went. How am I supposed to know where they went? I don't know. Maybe they went to Athens. Yeah, let's say they went to Athens. They were like, I'm going to become a gladiator enjoyer, so I'm going to go to Athens and live like the Greek. And they're there for 2 months. And when you come back, you're level 81 and they're level 10. You help level them? Yeah, you can do that. You can run level 10 vaults for the next week. To help them get to like level 60. Dolls? Yeah, but you can only use dolls if they crafted dolls beforehand. Maybe this Greek enjoyer did. Maybe he was smart enough to craft a lot of dolls. Okay, but let's say that you're playing with your friend and they're going to hospital. And they didn't craft any dolls. Now, dolls are useless in that regard. Dolls are great if you're like, if you're helping out your friend every now and again. So dolls are staying. But you know what would be better? Better than burgers, better than dolls for this issue is a mentor's brew. This thing here. This is not the correct recipe, by the way. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than this. You see, if I craft a mentor's brew, if I craft this thing, boop, and now I give it to my friend, they will become level 26. They will become the same level as me. If I craft it on level 26. If I craft it on level 50, they'll become level 50. That's brilliant. That's good. Yeah, there we go. I can catch up the slackers on my server. Yeah, there you go. You know what would be better than a mentor's brew, though? You know what would be better? Or you know what would go well with a mentor's brew? Would be a knowledge brew. Yeah, give this to your friend and they will get the same unlocks that you have. Catch-up bottles! We should have called it catch-up! We should have called it catch-up! Oh, that's so good! What the hell, dude? No, I like Mentor's brew, but that's a great name. So there it is. We are in Update 17 introducing these. And for those of you who run a server, maybe through Bisect hosting, and you don't like this, you're like, well, my server is competitive. We are racing levels and we don't want to do this. Well, there's a game rule for you guys. Game rule, vault. Here, allow mentoring. Allow mentoring. You can set this to false. It's true by default, but you can set it to false. So if you want to disable this feature, you can. Isn't this great, guys? I think that this fixes the gap in burgers and makes sure that the game is more friendly to new players. It has presented a new problem, though, is that living chests are now kind of like just knowledge. But, we'll deal with that eventually. We'll figure something out. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. It was a great brainstorm session. So what is the recipe going to be? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what the recipe is going to be. I think that it's a fine balance between something quite expensive, but also not too expensive. So I'm thinking like an Echo Pog in the recipe. And yeah, we're going to need a bottle there to pour the Echo juices into. Echo Pog block of black chromatic glass bottle. I don't think block of black chromatic, but I do think black chromatic. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think something like this is probably a good recipe for Mentor's Brew. You know why this is important? It's because if you play on a larger community server, if you play with like 20 people or 10 people and you have a shopping district, the grinder of the server could sell Mentor's Brews on the server, couldn't he? Isn't that a cool thing? We can fill in with essence in the edges here. Proportional to level. That would be ideal. It would be ideal, and it was suggested by the pre-release guys, the champions. Yeah, proportional with level would be one thing, but I do think that overcomplicates it a little bit. Because we'd have to have like 3 different ones, like one level 1 to 40, one level 41 to 89, and one level 90. But I get it. I get it. Unless we make like a station for this. But if we make a station for it, it's weird because it's only a multiplayer feature. For the knowledge essence though, I don't think this needs to be overly expensive, but I think that it should be like 4 knowledge stars, a bottle, and vault essence maybe. No, echo gems. Is that good for the brew? For the knowledge brew? I think so. Like, that's quite cheap. That's not that expensive if you're like level 65. 4 echo gems, 4 knowledge stars, it's fine. But we're not supposed, like these are not supposed to punish you. Of course, if you're just playing with your family, like if you have a family server, you can just cheat these in, right? You can just cheat them in and give them to your family. Like, who cares? Why not just add this as a command instead? Because commands are not like as fun. It's an actual item in the game, as I say, can be used in shopping district on bigger servers. I think this is a great solution. I'm very, very pleased with it. Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Oh, you guys want to see something in regard to magnet that I changed in Java? That I did? I changed velocity to be called pull speed and range to be called pickup range. Simply because I had some friends play Vault Hunters that don't know anything about Minecraft. And they were like, okay, we want to try out this game. And they didn't understand range and velocity. I know it's a tiny thing. I know it's not huge. But you know, for a new gamer, I think that is valuable. I do think so, yeah. Here's another thing that we have done that I have to say. This is a PSA. This is a public announcement. Are there a lot of people out there that are planning on upgrading their existing worlds on update 17, or are most people going to start over? Vault Hunters has always been backwards compatible, and update 17 is going to be backwards compatible as well. However, we have removed the chipped mod. It's no longer in the pack. And I bet you that there are builders out there that are going to be really sad. But the chipped mod was causing quite a few performance issues and was stopping us from updating some bug fixes with backpacks. If you don't know about the mod, then it's fine. It's the mod that like adds multiple blocks. We have replaced the mod with a mod called Builder's Delight that has a lot of similarities, okay? A lot of similarities, lots of different plank versions. This mod actually has something that I love, these things here, industrial blocks. And these are super cheap. And you can make like flat versions of them, which is awesome. Look at these things. Oh, they're nice. Yeah, they're nice. I like them. However, if you've been building with chipped, if your entire base is built with chipped, this is a problem. Now, normally, that would mean that the blocks are just gone as well. But Iskal Man has done his maths. Iskal Man has done his homeworks. I made a little mod. I wrote the mod. Josh will tell you, I did. It's called Block Replacer mod. And it will try and match, thanks to the hard-ass work from Menusman and DGA, it will try and match to its best of capabilities. It will load your world and see, okay, this orange building is built with chipped blocks. And then it's going to try and match Builder's Delight blocks or vanilla blocks. Now, needless to say, this mod is not the best performance, okay, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But we are including it in the update. And if you're not upgrading your world, you can just delete this mod to save on some performance. We'll write about this in the patch notes, yeah. But anyway, we're trying our best to make sure that your bases don't look complete mess if you built them fully out of chip. But it is going to be a little bit of a heartache to update because of this, unfortunately. But we had to do it. Yeah, we had to do it. So what you can also do is before you update, you can of course rebuild buildings that uses chipped blocks.